What's up, my crypto legends? Today I have Jayson Casper. We have been doing collaborations in the past, and he's an absolute legend, guys. Make sure to check out his YouTube channel because he does daily technical analysis as well on Bitcoin and different assets. Jayson, how are you doing, my man?
I'm doing good, bro. Can't complain. Even though there's a bear market, we're still getting by.
Exactly. I mean, I'm excited. I always say to my community, this is just giving us time to buy up more. Can we go to 10K? Yes. Can we go to 5K? Yes, but I'll be buying some at those levels as well. So yeah, I'm actually excited
Yeah.
for the next coming years. Anyway, what do you think, man? Give me a little bit of your opinion before we potentially jump into the Bitcoin chart and everything. Do you see, a potential local bottom on Bitcoin? Are we going to go too much lower in the next coming days and weeks? Just give us a little bit of your opinion, man.
Yeah, so right now there's two very important levels for Bitcoin that I'm looking at. First of all, I just want to say that this to me does not look like the bottom. I don't think we're at a key level of support, and unless we start to reclaim very key resistances and retest them as support, I think we're coming lower. So for me, the number one important level of resistance is going to be like $19,100 because that is around the previous bull market all-time high. It's also the highest volume node that we've traded since June, and it's just visually a very important support resistance flip. So if we can't reclaim, 19.1K, I'm expecting lower.
Yeah.
And of course, to the downside, the previous lows that we put in, those are the key supports. So if we lose that, I'm honestly thinking that we come down toward at least 13.8K and
Okay.
probably lower. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I've got some juicy levels that I'm looking at for potential
let's
real
not
bottoms,
waste
man.
let's not waste some time here and just jump into the chart so you can take a look at
Yeah.
those levels. Because I mean, my community are just here for pure technical analysis on Bitcoin and other assets. So let's just jump into the charts, Jayson.
Yeah, man, we're gonna keep it pure over here. This is pure
Absolutely.
TA. Yeah, so the first thing I want to bring up, and I think that this is something that I haven't really seen a lot of people talk about, but this is a log scale on Bitstamp. And it just so happens that the past few bear market bottoms, and this is why I think a bottom is near, but the past few bear market bottoms have come in at the Fibonacci level in between the 786 and the 886. So that bottom that we put in right here in 2014, this is like after the whole Mount Gox thing happened,
Mm-hmm.
right in between the 786 and the 886 fib. Then we take it from that bottom of that bear market to the high of the 2017 bull market, boom, right in the middle of the 786 and the 886. And if we look at what's happened now, we could pull this from the CV19 or the bottom of 2018. We can
Mm-hmm.
see that we're coming in right now just into that area below the 786 and above that 886 fib level. So to me, this is telling me that the bottom is
Very
near,
close.
right?
Very close.
Very close. And we have other indicators on chain data, the Newpol chart, the net unrealized profit and loss.
Yeah.
It seems that we're bottoming out, right?
Yeah.
So this is firstly the context in which I'm coming to the chart here. But I don't think we've come deep enough below that 786 to hit a real bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what I'm looking at right now. I'm a big fan of trading basically just sideways ranges.
Yeah.
And if the price has formed a range and then breaks out of a range, like for example, I would consider this to be a sideways range between 3K and that 12K level,
Mm-hmm.
right? This was such an important level for so long, that 12K and the 3K. If we are not able to then hold this area at around, this 12K area, I think it's possible we could actually come back in and fill this whole range to the downside. So right now, the main areas that I'm keeping on my eyes are going to be between this level that we have at around 12K and this very, very important support that we have around $9,000, which is just a super key level, 9K. If we take a look at 9K here, this is basically was resistance and then support, resistance, support. So I'm actually looking for this to be
Massive
the
support.
Yeah, this could potentially be the bottom. And if not, I'm open to a move lower.
Wow, I mean, that would be a massive capitulation. I mean, I think this would be like a world energy crisis or something like that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I'm not expecting it, right? But it's
Yeah.
it's something I'm keeping in the back of my mind. Now, specifically, I do have a level that I am very interested in. Let me see if I can pull it up here. This is a top secret juicy level right here.
All
But
right. We like top secret stuff. So
yeah,
spit it out.
yeah. So right here at around this area of 11.1 to 11.4 thousand, we have the 886 Fibonacci level, which I will
Mhm.
draw on the chart right now.
Yeah.
Got the 886 fib. This is just one of the levels I'm looking at. Obviously, we have a lot of potential zones, but this is the one that I'm actually like super interested in. I'd be curious to see if it's respected.
Hmm.
We got that 886 fib coming in right there. And then we also have right around this 886 fib, it's coming in around 11,000.2. We have a naked weekly and a naked monthly point of control.
Okay.
So we have high volume nodes from back in this old range
Mm.
right on this level as well. And this is just looking pretty dang juicy for me. So I'd be curious to see what happens if we get to move down to that 11.3-ish area, you know?
Yeah. I will be buying at that level, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, me
Just
too.
it
Me
looks
too.
like a super strong level of support. I mean, I have told to my community as well that, if we lose this 16,000, 15.5K range, that move down to 12K to even below slightly 12K levels is almost imminent, but that's going to be the strongest support level that Bitcoin has had for the last few years.
Yeah.
So yeah, looks pretty interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm curious also to see what happens when we come back and test the 2019 highs at 13.8, because that also could be a pretty interesting
Yeah,
retest.
yeah, yeah,
But I was saying, like, as far as it comes to like buying on spot, right? Even if, because I'm looking at everything as like a trade setup, even though I'm DCAing. Even
hmm,
if we lose the Corona or the CV low, if in the next cycle we hit a $100,000 Bitcoin, you know, we're talking a 7-to-1 risk reward ratio here, where, and if we're buying on spot, there's really no risk to lose everything because the asset will always have. But even if we come down below $3,000, this is a really good risk reward ratio. If we do get a dip down to, like, let's say 6K or something, and we get an average entry of like, 13,000, this is a 10-to-1 risk reward ratio. I mean, we could make 10 times gains on the risk that we're taking here. And so I look at this as such a huge opportunity. People
yeah.
always say, well, if you're buying here, what if we go down to 10K, 6K, 3K? It's like,
I know it's crazy. Yeah, yeah.
that's giving me a better entry right
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
you know?
exactly. Yeah. I've been in the market, in the crypto market, since 2018, Jason. And I dollar cost average 2018, 2019, 2020. And my average price entry was around about 6, 7K, right? And who cares when the price is all the way up at 40, 50K, if you bought at 4K, 6K, 7K, it doesn't matter. You've had such a massive run up to the upside after a few years that it doesn't really matter. And a lot of people are waiting to go lower and lower. I'm going to buy lower. I'm going to buy lower. If you don't DCA, you're always going to miss out, big time in that, investment. Of course, no financial advice. We never know what exactly is going to happen with this asset, but historically and knowing how the world is working, Bitcoin is just very likely going to be here at much higher levels from now in the next coming years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as traders, like, for me, the way I trade on a day-to-day basis does not change at all depending on
Yeah.
if we're in a bear market or a bull market.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So yeah, I mean, anything else that you want to share here with my community? Do you want to talk about DXY or stock market maybe? What do you prefer? I mean, because these are really powerful, also assets that have massive effect on the Bitcoin price. You know that. So
Yeah.
I'll let you choose S&P 500 or Dow Jones or DXY. to do a little bit of your analysis on that.
Yeah, let's take a look at the S&P 500 real quick, because
Yeah.
for a lot of time I was actually using the S&P 500 to trade Bitcoin.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Yeah, they're
I,
highly
I was
correlated.
yeah, I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
waiting for those key levels to be hit on
Hmm.
S&P before I would take a Bitcoin trade. So right now, this is the weekly time frame on S&P 500, and we are coming up to pretty key resistance, right? We've got the golden pocket, and I know that you're already aware of this, but every single drop we've been getting to the downside has been hitting into a golden pocket, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So this lower high we put in was a golden pocket. This lower high we put in was a golden pocket. Now we're coming right up into the golden pocket again. And
Mm.
not only that, but we're retesting now the 0.5 fib. And we're also coming back into this value area low of this previous range here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Market cipher right now is looking like the weekly is going to print a bearish trigger wave. And so there is the potential here that we could get a pretty harsh move down on the S&P 500. And the next major support that we have is going to be around that $3,200 area, which is
Mm.
that macro Fibonacci golden pocket from the
From the
CV dump, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I
So
mean, this is very, very similar to what I'm talking about also on the channel. It's just aggressively in a downtrend. We haven't seen a stock market crash. If we are entering into a recession, right, in 2023, what's going on? It wouldn't make sense now for the stock market to break that low high resistance and start creating, new higher highs and new higher lows. It just doesn't make any sense. And like you said, we're hitting this massive resistance at this 4,000 point range. And yeah, I think we could expect, some downside in the next coming weeks on the S&P.
yeah, I
Also.
agree. And if we do get like massive capitulation on the S&P, I think we'll see the same with the crypto markets, and I think it'll be a really good opportunity. But some of the specific areas I'm interested in are obviously number one, the 618,
Hmm.
uh, taking the liquidity from the lows at around 3,200.
Yeah.
But I think if we're gonna get a fast move down, we might wick down lower. And pretty much I'm
Mhm.
looking at all these previous wicks that we've made on the way up. So
Yeah.
around like 27, just to like come down, grab some liquidity,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then get a reversal,
Yeah.
similarly to what we did right here, basically, right? We just took
Yeah.
out the low and
Mm.
then got to move up. So
Yeah.
some of these lows are looking pretty good to me here.
Mm.
27. I mean, this was interesting because we had an inverse head and shoulder here,
Mm.
and that's this is basically like around the neckline of that inverse head and shoulder, depending on how you want to draw it. So
Mhm.
it's an interesting area,
Level of
nonetheless.
support, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting for that kind of event, Jason. I'm waiting for that, massive panic. You see it on the news, everything's doomed. We're going to, absolute massive recession that we've never seen before while it's already happening. And this will be that feeling of, wow, the bottom has to be very, very near once we see that, because usually when we have a stock market crash, it comes on the news, or everybody talks about it. The world's in a right mess, and then what happens after that scenario, after a few months, we're having a massive, huge bounce and everything,
yep,
and good times come. So I'm kind of waiting for that, media to explode on, everything's a big mess. And, that's going to give that nice feeling of, okay, it's time to go shopping kind of
yeah,
thing, right? Yeah.
absolutely, man, absolutely.
All
So
right.
until that happens, man, we're just gonna be scalping our local levels
Exactly.
here, you know?
Exactly. Doing those nice day trade and scalps, to accumulate
Yeah,
some stable coins, and some more Bitcoin and rest of the, other cryptos, right?
absolutely.
All right, man. Is there anything you want to say about the short-term scenario on Bitcoin? Like
Yeah,
1 hourly
yeah,
chart?
yeah,
Anything you want to?
absolutely. Yeah, so right now, we just scalp shorted from here, my community, and basically the way I'm looking at this right now is, here, I'm gonna turn off all these levels. There's a few zones that I'm really looking at, for potentially a short trade. And the first zone is going to be coming above like around 17.1 to 17.3K. We have a golden pocket right up here, and we have a naked point of control. And then above that, we have a few local levels around 18K. But really, the mother of all resistances locally is going to be this right here. So as far as shorts go, I'm definitely looking for one from around like 17.1 to 17.3. But then this zone up here, if we do get a bigger move up,
Yeah.
19K to 19,150.
Yeah, you got
This
that
is
point of
a
control level from the zone
yeah,
and the value area
yeah,
low, right? Yeah.
yeah. That this is like the major short that I'm kind of waiting for.
Mm.
And then to the downside, the only long trades I'm looking for in the intermediate are going to be from this this area right below the low we put
Yeah.
in between the golden pocket and the 786. And then of
Mm-hmm.
course we could just come down, grab the lows with some bullish divergences, and then get a move back to the upside. So those are like the four trades that I'm looking at locally right now.
Nice. Yeah. Great. Absolutely
Yeah.
phenomenal. Jayson, thank you very much, man, for sharing a little bit of your opinion on Bitcoin, stock market, and, shorter time frames on where you do see those trading scenarios with this major levels. Hopefully we're going to bring you back on the channel very soon, man. I just want to say thank you very much, guys. And if you want to find Jayson Casper, I'll be leaving his YouTube channel down below. He does videos almost every single day, right?
Yeah, pretty much, except Saturdays.
All right. Yes.
And
Saturdays is
follow me on Twitter also, because I need more followers.
there you go. Yeah. If you post there, I think the people are going to follow you. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be leaving your Twitter also down below, man. So
I'm doing a
anyway.
$1,000 giveaway on Twitter, so
Oh, nice. You'll
hit
definitely
it
want to
up.
follow that. You definitely want to get into that giveaway then. All right, Jayson, take care, my man. And thank you for coming on the YouTube channel, man.
Thanks, Andy, man. Appreciate you.